Some of you may be going, well, where is the money? Well, that's part of our investigation, and you can rest assured that we're going to get to the bottom of it.
7th Circuit State Attorney R.J. Larissa referring to the case of Spencer Calvert, a builder charged with misappropriation of construction funds. Karen Johnson has details.
State Attorney Larissa, speaking during a news conference, says it's been a nightmare for some homeowners in Nocatee since 51-year-old Spencer Calvert, president of the Pineapple Corporation, has swindled money from clients, according to the St. Johns County Clerk of Court's website.
The charges are grand theft more than $100,000, misappropriation of construction funds, and organized scheme to defraud. $15 million, we believe, was potentially or at least partially misappropriated from 13 different victims who have come forward.
Calvert failed to pay subcontractors with the funds provided by the victims for labor, services, or materials provided, and caused more than $900,000 in liens to be filed against the victims, according to SJSO.
What we know so far is that while the defendant collected over $15 million in deposits and draws from these folks, subcontractors were not paid to the tune of at least $900,000. And in Florida, that is a crime.
Now homeowners are stuck having to pay more to finish undone projects.
Some may have some framing, some may have roofing. There are various stages of completion, but the homeowners now have to pay these liens.
Calvert was taken into custody and has been released from jail after posting a $300,000 bond. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
This local news is a service of your hometown Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow you.
I know the governor has some concerns. I don't think any of those should outweigh the fact that not only are we doing these things for social media, but the bill also includes protections against child pornography. So there are two bills that merged into one.
A bill prohibiting Florida kids under the age of 16 from signing up for social media sits on the governor's desk awaiting his signature.
State House Speaker Paul Renner says House Bills 1 and 3 will protect your kids.
Right now, you've got 8 and 9-year-olds that are addicted to hardcore pornography because all they have to do is click, yes, I'm 18, and they get on. So there's no meaningful control. There's no incentive for companies that benefit to control it, including the social media platforms, because addiction translates into more hours online, and more hours online translates into money through marketing and advertisements that they sell and target to your kids.
Renner said if it were entirely up to him, he would take it even a step further.
Personally, I would go to 18. I think 16 is too young, but it's consistent with brain development. And a child just doesn't have the ability to see the addiction that they're experiencing. They don't have the ability to see the harm that they're experiencing.
Renner says the bill also utilizes new technology.
There's two ways. They have to offer a third-party age verification system that's not related, that's U.S.-based, not controlled by any foreign entity. So there's ways to identify someone's age without identifying the person. But even if they identify the person, it gives some separation between the platform, knowing who you are, and the age verifier. But we also give the platforms an option to age verify themselves, and then the consumer, the person wanting the account, can decide how they do it.
Governor Ron DeSantis has until Friday to sign the bill or veto it. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Daryl Moody.
We'll do whatever we can do to get it over there. If I can get me a tow truck and go get it, I'll go get it.
Robert Nimmons, chair of the West Augustine CRA Steering Committee, is thrilled the Canwright House is finding a permanent home there. He doesn't care how it gets there as long as it gets there. Liz Ryan has more.
It's a piece of St. Augustine and world history. It's the house where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was scheduled to stay as part of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference in May 1964, until it was vandalized by segregationists. Dr. King was famously photographed outside the home, pointing to a bullet hole in one of the windows. The Canwright House became a symbol of the 1964 Civil Rights Act. At last week's Board of County Commissioners meeting, they voted to relocate the Canwright House from Atlantic View to the Collier Blocker Puryear Park on Holmes Boulevard in West Augustine. Nimmons couldn't be happier.
We had a staff meeting with the county, and we just sat down and talked about a healthy form of gentrification that's coming our way. You ride in West Augustine, you see all the trees coming down, you see buildings coming up. We're outpricing our locals, and what we're creating is a healthy form of that. We have a lot of plans for that area, And I just want to say thank you to the commissioners for bringing that house home.
The St. Johns County Parks Foundation has secured state funds to relocate the Canright House, which was donated by the current property owner. The originally planned location was Windswept Acres Park, but commissioners chose West Augustine as the ideal new location for the house. Due to the longer distance, the estimated cost difference for relocation to the new site is $250,000. To that, Commissioner Henry Dean said,
"We need to make this happen. As far as I'm concerned, if we can't take it from the TDC reserves, I'd take it from general reserves. This is very important. I had a very nice email from Greg White. He's sort of the informal mayor of West Augustine. This would really be the right thing to do."
For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
And now you're up to date with St. Augustine's Local Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.